So last night I was really tired when I finally went to bed after picking a few orders. And guess what? I got some more. Actually, I woke up this morning to some more. And so we're going to be doing one for Blue Brick 99 and DeeboStoker. One of these is in Canada. I think it's Blue Brick 99's in Canada. So you can buy from me right now if you are in Canada. And hopefully eventually we will open it up to most of the rest of the world. It'll never be opened up to all of the rest of the world because there's some places I just can't ship. But anyway,
who are you?
I'm Jabbo. Did I say that? I can't remember if I said who I am. I'm Jabbo.
Never heard of him.
I collect Lego and I have a BrickLink store. But lately it's been in here in the BrickLink store. I've been in here in the BrickLink store picking orders, and we're going to be doing a couple of more, and we'll talk about some things. I was tired before I went to bed. Got up, went to work today, and in some downtime I was able to catch something that just made my day. But it's nice to have these nice orders too. So one of these orders has a set, so I'm going to actually do the boxing up of that, and hopefully I'll pack it well where it won't arrive damaged. But this is not it, and both of these buyers will get the signed brick. Oh my! Oh, whoops! I messed up. He bought all of my red bricks. Fortunately, I got some more. I probably shouldn't have put those in my store. I'm always needing those. Yeah, this is Blue Brick's order. Not a lot to it. Should be easy to pick. Alright, he gets all the pieces. None for the kids. Or maybe he's buying them for kids. And he's got 4 of these. So what happened that made my day? I'm going to tell y'all a story. I was going to save this for the podcast. Maybe I'll include it in the podcast later. It's like if you say something more than once, you can find out if people are embellishing or being consistent in their storytelling. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And my story goes back to, I think, 1991, maybe 1990. I'm not sure. It's either one of those 2 years. I know it was before the dark times, before Winn-Dixie. Before I worked at Winn-Dixie. It was when I still worked at Six Flags even when I worked at Winn-Dixie. But anyway, when I was working at Six Flags in the fall, they did a special trip for some of the more management type seasonal workers, supervisors as they were called. And we went to Florida, and on this trip, 2 of my buddies, actually 3 of my buddies, we shared a condo down there on the beach, and it was nice to just hanging out on the beach and hanging out in the room and playing pitch and putt and eating and doing other things. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, get back to the storage. There's his 20. I got a steal from my Pablo cam holder. So those are the 2 signed ones for these 2 orders. He's still getting his 20. But anyway, so I got to remember not to put those in my store next time I get some. We were in that condo, and of course there was other people from other departments there, and some would hang out different times. I mean, these are all college-aged kids for the most part. There were some older people. Got some other bad memories from this trip, but anyway, the thing that I did, and I actually am kind of proud of it. You might think I'm stupid. I don't know. There should be 7 of these in there. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, there are. It's a proud moment for me. Some of you may not agree, but we were hanging out in our room, the 4 of us, and some from the other departments came to hang out, which is cool. And there were beverages and snacks and chips, and we were watching TV, which is fine. Everybody hanging out. Got all those there, but anyway, so everybody's just enjoying it. Some were drinking, which I didn't have a problem with. At that time, I did not drink. I had tried a beer, but I was not a drinker. I tried a beer when I turned 21. I went on a bicycle ride, and that was in 1989, and they had free beer. Free beer. It was sponsored by one. I think it was Miller Lite was the beer. And so I had a wristband, and I can find a picture of me at not Lego, look at me, I'm thinking Lego, a picture of me at Six Flags, and I still had the band on, But I drank a beer and I didn't really like it. Oh man, he's got 300 of these. But anyway, I'm getting a tangent from the story. So I don't have a problem with people drinking. I do have a problem with people over drinking. 300. 300. I hope I got that right. My wife doesn't count things wrong. I count things wrong. Hopefully I counted it right for Blue Brick. Blue Brick, why are you buying red bricks? Anyway, back to the story. So, some were drinking too much. I was laying on the floor. I think we were watching TV. I have no recollection. It's almost 30 years ago. I don't remember what we were watching.
Don't you remember anything?
I was laying on the floor. There was a cooler next to me that had beer in it. And one of the guys was being kind of obnoxious already. But then he got his beer out of the cooler across my back, and it dripped on me, and I just looked up at him, and then he thought it was funny, and then he started doing it on purpose. So there's about 20 or 30 people in this room that I knew most of them from just working there. I wasn't close acquaintances with them. But anyway, I stood up, and in a not so subtle, loud voice, announced my displeasure for how everybody was acting. I probably included people that didn't deserve it, but I was very upset. It was really more or less probably this one guy and a couple other people that were annoying me. And I made a statement. I cannot, for posterity, is it posterity sake? Jeff and Bruce might remember what I said. I don't remember exactly what I said, but it involved losing brain cells when you overdrink. And the room was bustling with people. It was loud, and then when I began to speak, it got really quiet. Not a word was spoken after I made my statement. I didn't tell people to leave, I don't think, but one by one, people just walked out of the room quietly without saying a word, took their beer with them. And then when everybody was had left, except for the four of us that had the room, Robert, Bruce, Jeff, myself, they just burst out laughing. They said, "I can't believe it. I have never seen anybody clear a room so fast." So that's me, the big party pooper. I did lighten up, but in my early days, I was a little bit more blunt than I am now, I hope, anyway. So I'm looking at this next order. It's for Skibo. Is that, wait a minute. Oh, DeeboStoker. It's going to be doing his. But that's my story of how I cleared a room, deflated a room. And how does that tie into today? So let me get to DeeboStoker's order. He says, "Hey Jabbo, love the vids. I had my eye on the Beatles." Beatles. Let's pull the order first, and then we'll explain or read the comment. 245. So stick around to the end, and we'll demonstrate how BrickTsar Jabbo still has the ability to deflate a room very quickly. No hesitation. Yes. A skill that I probably shouldn't be proud of. But I am proud. Ooh, 5 of these. 21, 23. Got all these fences. Uh-oh. It's Lobo. That's from DC Comics. Got all 3 of these. Chima. It's getting a lot of trans-clear pieces. 20 of these to go with those others they already got. Another minifigure. The octopus looking thing. And most importantly, wait a minute, I got this one. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. Gotta make sure it's good. we have a Lego Ideas box. So that is why I said the Beatles earlier. So he says in his comment, I've had my eye on the Beatles set for a while now. It's the most expensive BrickLink order I have ever done. I was wondering if I could get a signed brick, possibly a Pablo, to help me commemorate this. Thanks also for the recent vid about the Lego Master Space Rocket Ride promo. Had the same issues with redeeming it, so I called Lego customer service after watching it, and I got it resolved. Yes! I am so glad you were able to get your free set. Great, Mike. Alright, so I want to make sure this arrives to him in the good condition. Mint condition. Oh, I don't want to forget a signed brick. So I need to find a box that this will fit in. So it actually fits in this box, but I'm worried that when he opens it, he could cut it, or maybe there's not enough because it does touch the edges of the box. So if the postal service got rough with it, it could be bad. So the flat rate box will work a little better. Plus I got room to put the pieces in there and put some padding around this. Bubble wrap. Do I still have it? Can BrickTsar still deflate a room? Let's find out.
At the moon, in the sky, and under a car behind a dumpster?
Something Joshua BrickTsar shout out would like to know.
Yes, we our next
It popped.
question, probably the most important question of the live stream here, came in from BrickTsar.
Never heard of him.
How frustrating was it to get accused of impersonating yourself? Hashtag Morgan Ash, please.
Oh, that. Yeah, people have been bugging me about.
I got the pieces.
I found the air!
Hurry, put the pieces on.
I still got it. Another Pablo completed, or two. Thank you guys for the orders. Really appreciate it. I hope this arrives safely. And I recommend that you don't open it from the bottom. I mean, there is a little bit of bubble wrap on the bottom side. But I don't know how thick your knife is. But anyway, yeah, always be careful when opening your boxes. Oh boy, Nader. Nader. So the guy with the world's largest collection of brick model railroad or boxcars has placed another order in my store, and he's beat me to the punch. I have really messed up. He's bought my dark green 2x8s, which I haven't even really looked. And I bet you they're in the passenger cars I'm trying to part together that I haven't started parting together yet. Oh well. I would actually get the parts, and it'd probably take me a while to build them, so he's probably actually going to build them, or something else. It could be something totally different. These tiles are great for those. So thanks for the order. It's a big one. 364. Couldn't you order like 564? I'm just kidding. Oh, dagnabbit. I packed it up. I was going to show everything, but it's basically those parts. 364 dark tan tiles, 2x2, some medium nougat plates, and the dark green that I'm going to regret selling. But Nate also has a question. And his question is, what train sets do you still hope to get? That's a good one. I do need to do an update of that, and actually I can't completely answer it because I don't have my list. It's in my brain, and my brain is incomplete. So that's going to be a good topic for an upcoming video. What train sets do I want to get? Now, I'll tell you what my goal is. I want to have every train that LEGO has made since 1966 through most of the 9-volt era. There's some 9-volt trains I'm not going to get. As far as being complete, I would like to have everything from all through the 80s, so until the 9-volt era started. And I'm very close to that. There's some that I may not ever be able to get, though. The set 138, the train with the reverse start-stop function. I need to get that one, and that one's going to be really hard for me to get. And there's a couple of obscure Samsonite ones that who knows if they were actually really sets. They probably came in a brown box. They probably were sets, but I can probably piece those together, but there's no really good inventories for those. And then in the 9-volt era, there's a set 4555. That was one actually I've been looking on eBay for lately, and I might get it on BrickLink. It's about $150. I've just been trying to find it cheaper than that and haven't been able to. So I got to go through and make a list of train sets that I want to get. I have one that I thought I had. I'm pretty sure I have it. It's set 725. It's an old 12-volt or 4.5-volt train. I can't even remember. I think it's 12-volt train. I don't know where it is right now. I haven't seen it in a long time. I meant to do it when I did the video with all the red and black stuff. So that goes back early last year, I think, when I did that. So I think I have it, and there's some that I still haven't finished piecing together, like set 720, and then set 147 is a little refrigerator car. So you know what? I'm going to be doing a series eventually. I'm thinking SpongeBob when I say eventually. I want to do a series of the sets that I want to complete. I've already talked about doing the homemaker. I'm going to start with the simple stuff, but the train stuff is something I want to do as well. So there are still train sets actually I don't have, or some that I used to have that I sold that I need to get back. There's the My Own train sets with the large train and the green car, and then the large train and the blue car. Those are other ones that I used to have that I sold. Oh, that was a mistake. I had probably 4 or 5 copies each of those, and I sold them all. Big mistake. Should have kept one of each. But thanks, Nader, for the order, and I'm sure these will be in one of your beautiful looking freight cars or passenger cars that you're building from the Brick Model Railroad or things and your modifications of them. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. It's BrickTsar.
Never heard of it. Why don't you leave me alone anyway?
I'm glad that you brought that question up, and thanks to whoever that was that asked that question.
BrickTsar, shout out.
Okay.
Never heard of him. Why'd you get on out of here and stop bothering me? Hey, nerd!
I can still take the air out of a room.